Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live stream with Danny and myself. Hey, Danny, what's going on this morning?
Good morning, Joe. Long time no see, as Ramoga says.
Yeah, there he is. A long time no see. I did a live stream with Danny last night on my other channel, Mean Mr. Mayo. But as everybody should know by now, this is the main Danny life with an F live stream channel here. What's going on, Mike? Like Wall Jasper, I see again here. I don't know why I bring this up every time, but here you could see the little @ sign. We have the handles here, and when I do it on the main channel so far, it hasn't switched over to that. Jerry Carter, hello. Thanks for joining.
Oh, hi, Jerry Carter. Good to see you here.
So here we are. There we are. I'm supposed to get together with my friend Anthony today. He's funny, He tries to, you know what? I feel like bringing over a nice sandwich. Yeah, of course you feel like bringing over a sandwich because you don't want to go out to eat, Anthony, in a diner. And I have an idea, maybe. Here's the thing. Let's start early, right away, Danny. As you know, I've been hurting for cash lately, so I sold a bunch of records, okay? Yesterday, I sold a bunch of records. I have to repeat some things here that were on the other stream because this is our main channel for it. Right. And I made $241. Yeah. Okay. $241 for records that were just going to sit on those shelves over here on my side for the rest of my life. And maybe I don't think I'll ever play them, the ones I sold. So the thing is, but right away, I'm waiting to get more. Like there's a McCartney Wings compilation out today, and I want to go buy it. So the point is, I'm thinking of getting together with Anthony, trying to convince him to get some breakfast, and then go to the store, and I'll pick up the wings to have a video material.
Right. That's you, Joe. You get rid of stuff, you buy stuff. You get rid of stuff.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you have to understand, though, is it's always going to look to people, certain people like yourself, it's always going to look like this guy's still doing the same thing. Not the same thing. I know I'm cutting down, way down, 75, 80%. I know that. But it's always going to look to you like he hasn't changed a bit with it.
Right.
Excuse me, man. I got like one of those mornings where you get the, clearing your throat all morning. So
anyway,
this is Beetle Eddie. Hello, Beetle Eddie.
Oh, is it? Hi, Beetle Eddie.
When you see JPM, that's James Paul McCartney. So, what's the matter, Danny?
That Wings release looks pretty good, though.
I thought for sure you would say, it's the same stuff you have already over and over again, which I do. But I collect, when it comes to solo Beatles, I collect all the releases. Now, right now, because I'm short of cash, I'm thinking of I'll just get the CD. The CD is probably like, I don't know, $25 or something CD set. It's like 2 discs or something.
What have I been telling you in the last year? I said, Joe, put money away. Save your money. So you don't have to scrounge. You know what I mean? What kind of life is that? When you have to scrounge.
No, it's not a good life. But the thing is, I'm still happy. I have fun. I get everything I want.
You're not happy. You're not happy because you complain you ain't got the money. So what does that tell you?
I'm happy. I'm happy. Very happy. The thing, I'm not happy when I don't feel well if I have a health thing. But other than that, as long as I'm not going to have health problems. Excuse me. I'm been clearing that throat all day. I can tell. I got hot tea. Let me take a sip of hot tea. That's not going to help much. I got lemon in here too. Hold on.
First of all, I don't have a cell phone. Robin does.
How sweet it is. This guy doesn't understand. When you see me take a sip, let me say how sweet it is. Then you can talk.
Okay. All right. Did you say
you play songs on your phone?
No, I don't have a phone. Robin does. She plays music when she's outside, pulling weeds and stuff like that, taking care of flowers. She'll put the music on. I listen to music on YouTube or on CD, but no phones. Those cell phones there, it's brain cancer.
Yeah, but yes, I agree. But your whole phones, I don't have the phone here.
Microwaves.
If you have a big phone like this, you hold it like this. Hi, Danny. How are? I don't go. Hi, Danny. What's going on? You hold it down like this, Danny. I'll leave it on the couch.
Well, a lot of people go like this. You
Well, don't
know,
do it. Don't do it. Simple
and
as
they get
that.
the microwaves in their brain. They get tumors and stuff like that. It's a fact. Even the microwave oven is poison. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Then again, yeah. Well, that's true. There's stuff everywhere,
Yeah.
but you got to try to avoid some things. But
You'd be
anyway,
you'd be surprised how smart I am.
oh, brother. Anyway, once again, do I play songs on my phone? Absolutely not. Except, there are times where, like, if I'm in the car or something, I say to my girlfriend, "Hey, well, let me play you this new song or something." I'll put it on. I play it temporarily just to hear something. Like if you tell me, "Hey, there's a good song by," I hate to say their name, Oasis. I might say, "Well, wait a minute. All right, let me play it and hear if I like it or not on the phone." But as a substitute for listening to music properly, no way.
No, no, Joe, don't listen to music. Period. You know what I mean? Don't let them bullshit you.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I
Danny
mean? Only
doing shit
time
again.
to talk.
Danny resorting to saying untrue things that just make he thinks it's funny, but stick with true things.
Well, you
I
just
just
said it, Joe. Wait a minute. You just said it. I got rid of a whole bunch of albums that I'll never play. So there you go.
Well, are you looking at the glass again as a quarter empty or three-quarters full? Oh, yeah. The other albums that I will play.
But
Anyway, all right, I'm
Joe,
gonna get this out. I just heard "Heaven" by McCartney's son James. Very catchy little tune, real toe tapper. I'm sorry, there's something about his son James that just turns me off. It's like the bizarro world Paul McCartney. Like, what would happen to Paul McCartney's looks if everything went haywire? The complete opposite of Paul, fat, balding. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And I don't like what I've heard of his music either. And "Heaven" is a common title, like of a great Bryan Adams song. So I really wish they would have used it. Now, do you want to say something before again, Danny, when I cut you off? Probably don't remember, right?
no, I don't remember. I'll think of it later.
How sweet it is. And I'm so happy to have J.D. Thompson here this morning joining
Good
us because
morning.
I'm telling you, man, she knows how to put you in your place, and I love it. And she backs me up. And not only that, but she has a lot of fun with this. And as I say, we're here, JD, every Friday morning at this time. So it's a little early, I know, but we go on for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Good morning, by the way.
You see, now this is a perfect example. This person is a perfect example of why when you use your handle, you should make it match close to your name, your title, because this is Elliot Ween, but you
Oh,
never
it's
know it because he says Applehan. Nobody knows who the hell that is.
well, Apple
Elliot
refer.
Ween.
Wait a minute. Apple referring to the Beatles label.
I understand that, but
Okay.
Danny, don't look. Let me at least. Here's what I'm going to ask you. Let me at least get a half an hour without you saying dumb things, please. Yes, I know it refers to the Apple label. I get it, but my point is, you don't know it's Elliot because he doesn't say Elliot Ween on there.
Well, in purple it says E. Elliot. Come on, Joe. Use common sense.
So is he the only E around here?
Yeah.
Is he the only E? Is Beetle Eddie? Give me a break. Oh, thank you, Elliot. Thank you. He said, I told you it was Elliot.
Good morning. Good morning. Hope you're doing
By
well.
the way, as you can see, Elliot, I've decided not to go to the Rubber Soul convention. First of all, I was feeling under the weather originally. And the other thing is money financially right now is no good. This guy laughs. I don't understand. I don't really care if I want. Believe. Hey. Believe me. If I wanted to go, I freaking find a way to get the money.
Talking about laughing. Wait a minute. Talking about laughing. Every time my blood sugar is 225 or whatever like that, you'll giggle and laugh too. So,
let's see what it is right now. I could use a laugh.
Don't worry about it.
J.D. Thompson. This is a ritual we do every day. You see this guy's blood sugar. Not too bad. It's not funny enough. Believe me, it gets up to 300. Believe me.
Not very often. No way.
Come on, man.
No way.
Anyway, I do want to ask Elliot, is he going to go to see tonight? It's Friday, yeah. Tonight, Sean Lennon is appearing in New York City at a bookstore. his new book. I won't be going there. Pirate Gamer Boy, hello there.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hello, Robert P. Morning. Morphioli, 4th day fasting because of testing for AB hernia testing. Good luck with that. All is good. Okay, all is good.
Oh, hernia. Oh, that's causes for surgery.
Just tested mine, 108. You see that? This man is 108.
Well, I just had breakfast. So
yeah, what'd you have for breakfast? Tell me, everybody listen, Jill. What'd you have for breakfast, Danny?
I had one egg scrambled plain. The other egg was eggs and spinach, which is delicious, with a little ketchup and one slice of toast. Oh no, I didn't toast it. One slice of bread. Usually I have 3, so I'm doing a lot better.
So anyway, you should. One slice is better than 3, but
right.
Since you have diabetes, you're better off having no bread.
I woke up this morning and decided to change my life like you are right now. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Jill, you don't want to know, Jill, but still, we'll talk about it on Wednesday.
Hey, JP, you don't want to know his diet because
I can do it. I lost. I'm 50-50 on it right now, and I lost weight. But anyway, yikes, 173 is good.
Yeah, for me, yeah, sure.
For you, 210 is good for you.
No, I'll go up more. 173, I expected to go up to maybe 190.
How is my neck? Was the doctor helpful? Well, I went to physical therapy last Tuesday, and it was a very good place. It was a woman I'm working with there, and she really. He does. I'm going to mute this bastard. So anyway, and she really was like, good, pretty good. We talked about. But the thing that gets me is it's like when you go, if you have a toothache and you go to the dentist and the tooth stops hurting. I hadn't had neck problems for like a few days. And I'm like, I'm sitting there and she's like, give me a neck pain from 0 to 10. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, I don't want to say 1. She goes, well, let me know what it is. I said, what? I said 2 weeks ago, I said, forget it. It was like a 10. And she goes, well, I'm talking about now. What is it like now? And I'm like, all right, like right now, as I'm doing this, I'm going like this. I feel a very slight twinge of headache there. I'm going, because I'm moving my neck. Anyway, long story short, it's already long enough. But she gave me some home exercises. I muted him so he doesn't interrupt me. She gave me some home exercises to do. I did it the first day. Didn't do it the second day. I do it every day. It's so easy. I look down, stretch the back, hold for 30 seconds, turn this way. She had tilt and turn and tilt, or tilt and turn, or tilt and turn. And you're supposed to feel it on the other side of your neck. I feel it on the same side. So you're supposed to feel it on the other side. And every time I do that, tilt, oh, geez, that hurts. And turn, oh, my God. Supposed to feel it here, I feel it here. But anyway, I haven't done the exercises every day. Are you surprised?
I'm muted. Welcome to old age, Joe. But anyway, Robert P. The other day you were holding up something on Docs. It was this. Okay. Beautiful box set of Alice Cooper. I had this for many years, and I also have all his albums, but this is a treat. It cost me $40. I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. I don't even know if it was 10 years, but it's a great box set of Alice Cooper. My favorite American singer from Detroit.
Keep going. You want to keep going? What's the social security number?
101 56 101 111.
Oh, yeah, my favorite singer. Pause. From Detroit. Pause.
Joe.
Years old. Pause. It's like,
no, he's not 79. He's not 79.
What he is. Who cares? Anyway, yes, Elliot will be at the Short 11. Give us a full rundown of how that is. It's up to you. Tell him Mr. Mayo says hi, by the way. I know you're Joe Mayo. Okay, no breakfast, though wish it was eggs and bacon. Cutting down on what you currently eat is a good way of weaning down. See, Elliot wean. That's a joke. Now, here we go. No bread and no ketchup. Now, in my case, I'm still eating ketchup. I don't want to know nothing. I'm still having ketchup. And I'm still
Yeah,
having mayonnaise, and I'm still having Miracle Whip, and I'm still having seed oils. So I'm not with that yet. Okay, I know it's bad, seed oils and all, and all this sugar and ketchup. But the way I look at it is, if I'm not going to have Snickers bars, Twinkies, ice cream, soda, cake, cookies, you're damn right. If I have eggs, I'll have a little bit of ketchup sprinkled on. Come on, come on.
I also had ketchup on my eggs, but not a lot. Maybe a couple teaspoons. I spread it out. Ketchup and eggs is delicious.
I don't think I have. I don't think I have all the Monkeys LPs. I'm cutting them down too, way down. I have. What I'm going to do is I have a lot of those later ones. When they were like messed in the 70s and 80s, whatever. I don't care about them. I can't say nobody cares about them. There are people who do, but I do like the one Good Times, the album from like 2016, 50, something like that, maybe. I think it is. That's a good album. But I'm cutting way back, and it's so good, Daddy. Like we know it's so liberating to get rid of stuff. But yet again, there's a Partridge Family album waiting for me. That's right. I got to go in there and get that. I got to remember to tell Corey to hold it for me.
As you get older, you're limited on time. You know what I mean? Isn't that it?
Yeah.
You retire and you think you got all the time in the world. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't.
And time goes faster when you're retired as well.
Yeah. Nectar is a great prog band from the 70s, and they have they have a lot of albums, but one to get is Remember the Future. That's a great album by Nectar. I was suggesting Rachel to listen to that album, but she said she would, but I don't know if she ever did. But I know she would love it, especially on her new stereo. It's great prog.
Yes, no bread. I did make some. See, he knows he's diabetic. He doesn't have the bread.
Well, yeah, I find it hard to live without bread because you can eat bread with anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Danny. It's a matter of getting used to it. You can get used to anything. Yeah. Or maybe have bread like you have once a week or something.
There's nothing like a nice smell of Italian bread coming out of the oven. I know all
about it. The bottom line is when I get on the wagon full time, back on the wagon full time. Right now I'm part time. When I get on the wagon full time, I will do like I did for 5 months with no bread. But then the idea eventually, the way I look at it is, you can have it in your diet. Like maybe I have one sandwich a week at one point. One sandwich every Saturday, sandwich day or something. That's it.
I got a question. Did you have that Whopper last night, like you said you would after the show?
No, I didn't. Come on, I was teasing.
No, don't lie, Joe. Joe, you know.
You make me laugh. I would tell you if I did. You know me.
No. I don't believe you.
It was a Big Mac. It was a Big Mac. It wasn't a Whopper.
Big Mac. There you go. I know. I can tell.
Now I know. Now I don't want it. I don't want JD Thompson because she gets really upset. I don't want her to sign out. I told you. Still, I lost weight. Still, I'm doing good. But it's. I'm in a transitional period. Red lentils work best.
Yeah, beans are very good. They're filling. They got all protein. No. Wait a minute. You know how much sugar is in ketchup? You wouldn't believe it. Although I think no. Heinz is coming out with they're taking the red dye out of the ketchup.
What color is it going to be? Who the hell is going to eat ketchup that's not red? Nobody.
Dude, I don't know, but those dyes are no good for you. They're poison. They've been banned in other countries already.
Wings collection, yes, Elliot. Wings collection's out today. But see, this is what I love. Target color vinyl. You know what I say to Target color vinyl? I can't do it really. That's what I say to Target color vinyl. I'm not getting it. And also, Happy Christmas Zoetrope picture disc out. If they send me a free one, if the Lennons send me a free one, I'll take it. But I am not going to buy Happy Christmas Zoetrope picture disc. I do not buy any more Zoetrope. I do not do it, and I don't care. So now thank you, though, Joe. No fast food. Of course I know. I also don't know bars and no pizza and that stuff.
Joe sends pictures of the menu that he eats. You
Yeah, I
know.
used to do it to JD. I used to send JD menu. He
Yeah.
got very upset, so I stopped doing it.
Shit.
I use mustard, spicy and regular, way more
Yeah.
than I would ever use ketchup. But yeah, I agree with you. But there's some things you don't put mustard on. Like I like ketchup on my eggs. I wouldn't put mustard on my eggs.
It might be good. Who knows?
There's some things like I'll say I have like we have a turkey sandwich, like turkey is um or something. You could put mustard on that. That's something, yeah. I'd use mustard where it could, where it's possible. Oh, please. I used to love Burger King until I found out what's in their food. Their hamburger is only 50% hamburger. Look, as far as I'm concerned, out of all those fast food joints, and I realize they're not good for you,
Right.
Burger King has the best meat patty. No doubt about it to me, at least on my taste. McDonald's is the one that seems like you're eating sludge or something. They
No,
don't seem
no.
like real hamburgers.
McDonald's was using mealworms. I'm not joking. I'm deadly serious, right, Robin?
Yes, they were.
The mealworms in the hamburger meat. You'd be surprised how many bugs we eat. We have a jar of crickets. It's powdered crickets. It's just for show. We're never going to eat that shit. But there's people that are eating crickets ground up, pulverized
For their protein in their diet.
for protein.
Sugar, 4 grams total. Carb, 4 grams. Not much sugar, Danny.
Well, it depends how much you serve yourself.
The human mind is so used to red dye, it will be difficult to eat a lot of foods when they remove the red dye. Like I'm telling you, ketchup's got to be red. That's it. I'm not against them taking stuff out there. There's some hot sauce. Cayenne is great pepper, cayenne pepper.
Tomatoes.
Yeah, Robert P. My wife puts hot sauce on everything.
Yes, I do.
And it's a strong one too, and then nose starts running and you got to blow a nose and shit. It's really good for your system.
Now, here's the thing. You can get good real mayonnaise and no sugar ketchup easily. Yes, and here's the thing. There was a time in the 1990s, early 90s, where I was going to health food stores. I was getting ketchup with no sugar, and I was getting mayonnaise with no sugar and no eggs. Because back in the day, they told me I was allergic to eggs. So I was getting eggless mayonnaise. Try to imagine that. But the bottom line is, you can get used to the taste. But my whole thing is, there's no way. It's just my own choice. I still, when I was doing the diet earlier this year, I lost 38 pounds. I lost 38 pounds while eating mayonnaise and while eating ketchup. So, right. I know it's not health-wise. It's not the best choice. There's calorie-wise, and then there's health food-wise. I get it, but I'm having some treat. Like I said, if I'm going to cut out ice cream, if I'm going to cut out, chocolate or whatever or soda, I damn well will have a little mayonnaise and Miracle Whip, especially.
But Joe, you can have a piece of chocolate, okay? You know what I mean? But not like what you do, okay? You send me a picture.
That's when I binge. There's a different. I'm not going there because I'm not going to tolerate it. I will not tolerate it because that does not count. When you have the attitude that I don't care anymore, I don't want to do it anymore. In fact, I made a choice that I'm going to go completely south with it, completely all the way. I'm all in. Anything goes. I can have anything. Then, of course, like you said, I will do that. But when I do well, I don't want to have anything. When I don't want to have anything, maybe down the line, a year from now, once a month, you have a Snickers bar, one Snicker bar once a month.
Yeah,
that's the goal.
Now, if you live another 20 years, Joe, you're going to be on a 20-year diet because the diet's the rest of your life. Because once you go,
Danny, but you're not one to talk with the Marshmallow Man.
The same way with Wachovia and Ozempic. Once you stop those injections, you're going to get fat again. Simple as that. and we don't know what it does to the body. And the president just signed papers. You're going to get it dirt cheap next year, but it's causing vision problems.
Uh,
Uh,
I did a video on that. I'm sorry, I don't care how many supporters there are of Ozempic and Mounjaro and those things, Wegovy. The stuff is not natural weight loss. I don't want to know nothing about it. It's not good.
Yeah, Robert P. We have a jar of that. We I don't know where Robin got it from, but we're not going to eat that. But it was just for show, and it shows you a picture of a cricket, and it's a jar of powdered crickets. I love crickets. They're harmless. They're cute. You know what I mean? I wouldn't eat that shit.
Yeah, they make a lot of noise. But anyway, I'm going to try to stay away from as much Beatles as we can on this channel. But yeah, I do have original US 45s and sleeves because I like you. Because I like you, Ramoga. I put this up here.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind the Beatles stuff.
Not because of you necessarily. It's because I don't want this is not a Beatles channel.
Right.
I love. Here's the thing. I love Tabasco sauce too. Now back in the days when I was on the really strict no sugar diet, I did not eat ketchup. And if I went to the diner, say, and I was having scrambled eggs, I would ask for Tabasco sauce, and I put that on instead of ketchup. And so that can be done too. Yeah, it can be done. You can get used to anything.
You gotta try this, Joe. On your eggs, instead of using ketchup, use barbecue sauce.
That's way too much sugar. Get out of here.
It goes good together. Oh, barbecue sauce.
You telling me that you eat barbecue sauce with your diabetes?
Once in a blue moon. We have it in the refrigerator, but I never really think of it.
You know what? My girlfriend, who's a diabetic, has all this stuff that has no sugar in it. No sugar barbecue sauce. No sugar honey mustard sauce. No sugar this, no sugar that. And she also has like candy, what is it? Like Russell Stover chocolates that are not, it has stevia in it. So she still eats stuff with like stevia or other sweeteners. And I tell her, I think it's just as bad for you. But you don't.
Yeah, artificial sweeteners, what happens, they trick the body, and then what happens, you have a craving for carbohydrates in food, so you eat more because your body doesn't recognize artificial sugar. You know what I mean? So you got to watch that stuff too. It's not the healthiest thing.
Then of course, like 10 years from now, they'll say, "Oh, they found out that this causes cancer, stevia, or whatever."
Well, look at saccharin. Years ago, they had what they call saccharin. Which caused cancer in rats. But as far as in people, they don't know. But it's banned. Saccharin is banned in the United States.
A spoonful of cinnamon makes your sugar level go down. Your sugar level go down. Your sugar level go down. Just a spoonful of cinnamon they can bring your sugar down.
Mary Poppins one.
Yeah, cinnamon. You can buy a capsule form. It's supposed to bring your sugar level down. But
good morning to Lemonhead. By the way, I'm going to just take a moment here to tell you that on this channel, again, some of you may have heard that I'm trying to do a show where we talk like we're doing now, really, just talking about food stuff in the comments. I want people to talk in the comments about your diet and your food, your weight loss journey, things like that. It's going to be every Wednesday I'm shooting for. I have not decided what time. I don't know if I'm going to come here 8 o'clock in the morning on Wednesdays. I may.
I'm not going to be on it. I'm not invited.
This guy's not on it. Don't worry. You don't have to worry about him.
Nope.
Because he's everything you don't want to do when it comes to eating. So, but he's not, seriously, he's not going to be on it. But I want people like you're doing now in the comments to tell me, like, how did you do this week? Just like we're discussing here, what you ate, what you didn't eat, as a way of encouraging each other. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's going to be every Wednesday. I don't know what I'm going to do it.
He's talking
now, Robin. Whether I'm going to do it in the morning at 8 a.m. or whether I'm going to do it in the afternoon or evening. It's impossible to get everybody involved. I'm thinking maybe if I do it late afternoon on Wednesday, like, I don't know, 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. But then in here in Eastern time and West, people are working. You're not going to be able to get everybody all at the same time. You know what I mean? So, good morning, Lemonhead. What's going on?
Good morning. The whole thing.
Go ahead.
Oh, Mega Millions. We don't even play, but we always dream about if we won, and we don't play. What we would do? I would buy houses in different parts of the world.
I know exactly what you do. Nothing. You would stuff. You're one of those people. If you had millions of dollars, you'd stuff your It's one thing not to spend money when you don't have money. It's another thing I can't stand when people have money and they won't spend it. So if you had $845 million, you'd be like, hey, you know something? Do you know that I don't know, I took a ride and the gas, they were asking for $4 a gallon? Can you believe that? And, oh, you know what? I had a sandwich. You know they charged me $9 for a sandwich. See, stuff like that, when you don't have the money, I get it. When you have the money, you got a problem. Wait a minute, poor Danny.
Joe, if you won, you have so many records in that room.
By the way, I thank you for reminding me because I wanted to say something about this. This is the truth, and nobody believes me. When I see 840, this is a good topic. And in fact, I got to remember to do this topic. Remind me, Danny. I'll forget as a video. When I was like a teenager, 20s, 30s, I thought, oh, I'd love to win 845 million. No way. I never want to win 845 million. 1 million, okay. Or two, not even that's too much. If I could just win, even if I had after taxes, if I could take home 500 grand and put it in my account, no joking, I'm being serious here, for the rest of my life and just use a little when I need it, that would be all right. I don't want to win 845 million. What am I going to do in my 60s or 70s with $845 million?
You can remember me. You can remember me.
Well, give me some. I'm kidding aside again.
See how dumb you are. I don't want 845 million. You got to be retarded.
No, I'm going to finish. All kidding aside, at this age, I don't need 845
No,
million.
I need it.
And the other thing is, I'm worried about being targeted, found out. I don't trust anybody. Can you imagine going to a lawyer and you don't know that much about this, and you're trying to trust in a lawyer, and he's thinking he wants some of the money? You ever hear people, their lives are ruined when they win a lot of money? You've heard this, millionaires and stuff. They win the lottery and their lives shattered. I'd be happy just to, if they told me, you know what, you won 200,000. I'd be like, fantastic. Put it in my 401k.
For me, that's not enough. You got it. First of all, you have to learn how to manage money to some degree. And you couldn't spend just the interest alone on 800. Well, you're not going to get 845 million. You probably get half of that. You couldn't spend the interest every month that you're going to make on that money, you know? And right. What you do is you don't have to go on TV and show the big check that you won the lottery. You could be anonymous. You know, nobody knows.
I don't know if that's true in every state. Does anybody know that?
That's okay. I take the risk. You know, I take the money and the risk.
Yeah, you don't need that much money. It's ridiculous. And I'm very big on that, by the way. That's a whole other thing. Okay. I don't believe there was such a thing as people having too much money. There is such a thing. Sorry.
First of all, that kind of money, I buy me either a helicopter or a Learjet, and have somebody fly it for me.
Talking back to the eating thing, okay, to start there, sure. Just use less amount, or less often. You could tweak it more later. Agreed. Little changes. I love Snickers, but now we use dates with peanut butter and dark chocolate. Tastes like Snickers, though.
You know, dates got a lot of sugar. When you buy dates and figs, they got
any kind of dry fruit.
Yeah. They're loaded with sugar.
Those shots like Ozempic when we were talking about are not good, in no way a silver bullet.
No, not healthy.
Barbecue sauce, like I said, has much more sugar than ketchup.
Yeah, but you know, a couple teaspoons. I mean, come on. You know, I'm going to enjoy my life, even if my life.
Here we go again.
Even if my life is cut short 5 years.
The man, when people say I'm going to enjoy my life, that indicates, that implies that there's no other way to enjoy life other than to eat a lot of junk food.
Right. Yeah, Robin, give me those cookie mix.
Yeah, that's another thing. Some people say that, fruit. By the way, I eat fruit. That's another thing. Even though I'm cutting out sugar, I do eat fruit. I'm not stop. That's my. When I cut out sugar, I eat fruit.
Look,
It's true that at least stevia is from a plant leaf extract. The others are chemicals made in a lab. Exactly.
look, Joe.
All right, you see this, Jill? You watching this? What are you doing with that? You know what gets me? Your wife buys this stuff and feeds it to you because she's trying to kill you.
Look at all this good stuff I got here. Look at all this good stuff I got here. Look
at this. He's
I got more. I can't even show you all of it.
Can you believe this? I want to see your blood sugar. I want you to eat some of that, and I want to see your blood sugar after it.
Wait. It's cookie mix and muffin mix. It's not cookies ready to eat, dumb shit. You got to bake it in the oven.
And you know, another thing I learned, people out there that are experts on this, this is what I'm going to say. This is the kind of thing we will discuss on the weight loss diet show. Talk about buttered popcorn, right? That's, first of all, it's not real butter. The popcorn they put on the buttered popcorn microwave is garbage. It's not real butter, I don't think. But here's what I want to know. I was learning that butter, which often got a bad rap, is actually not bad for you. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't say eat a whole stick of butter every day or something, but as a matter of fact, it supposedly helps in metabolism.
Right.
So do you know that I take a little piece of butter like that and eat it most days?
Right. And for a long time, they said too many eggs are not good for you. It's a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, eggs are good. I don't want to hear nothing
about that. Healthy.
But even there, I wouldn't have a carton of eggs every day, but exercise for me at 65 is, well, that sounds terrible, 65. Wow. I'm going to be there in, a year and a half or so. Wow. Anyway, exercise for me at 65 is walking best I can and chair exercises, light weights, and bands every other day. Good for you. That's good. Yeah, salsa, I could deal with salsa.
Yeah, you know about margarine, Robert P. Good morning, James.
Hi,
Robert
James.
P., I don't know what the hell you are, but
don't worry about it. As I put them up, address them,
Yeah, all right.
And the thing is, too, I want us to have our meaningful conversations, but the problem is I'm used to, from when I'm by myself, going fast with the comments. I don't like comments backing up. I like to keep them going, and that's why I talk a lot, moving along. If I had 845 million, I know for a fact. Well, that's what I would. Sure, of course.
I can manage it very well and spend it. I buy a boat for one, because Robin loves the water, and I buy houses in different states.
Hey, Penny Lane is here.
Penny Lane, I love you, Penny Lane. Actually, that's the dumbest clip I've ever seen in my life.
It's hilarious. What are you talking about?
If I won, let's say they gave me a check for $845 million.
It'd be wasted on you. Wasted.
No. I would open some kind of facility for animals. For animals.
Like I said, wasted.
No, it's not wasted. No.
But I wouldn't want people to know who I am with that much money. Exactly. They'll find you. Oh, yeah.
Look at Diane Keaton. She left her dog $5 million. Her dog.
Crazy. That's insane. She's always a little weird.
No. They're just jealous. Bullshit. That's a prerogative.
It's a prerogative. Nobody's arguing that it's a prerogative. It's also her prerogative to throw it in the trash if she wants. But
no. That's her money. She could do what she wants with it.
You're missing the point. Again, I'll repeat myself. I'm not arguing that. She can do whatever she wants with her money. And I can say it's kooky. That's my opinion, but it's not my money.
You think I'm going to leave Robin my money? I'm leaving it to my 3 dogs.
Ridiculous.
Hey, Robin?
I'm not answering.
With inflation turning to hyperinflation, 500K won't last 20 years, but it is better than a stick in the eye.
That kind of money will last me because I live normal.
Well, I disagree with this. This is not a good attitude to have because everybody that wins had the same odds as you.
No, no.
Somebody's got to win. And by the way, when it comes to lottery, I don't play regularly. I don't. What I do is, if I happen to be in a store and, 7-Eleven or something, and I think, oh, okay. I usually play New York Lotto, which is $1 still. Do you know they raised prices now? I'm not paying $5 is a little extreme. $1 or $2. All right. Even I'm saying $5, 99.9% likelihood throwing it away every time. That I don't know. But yeah. So somebody's got to whiff. But I do quick picks when I do it too. I say, give me $1 quick pick, $2 quick pick. That's what I do. I don't have the same numbers the problem is my girlfriend plays the same numbers, right? She has numbers. She plays it up, but she doesn't play every week. And I say that if you play the same numbers, you can't miss a week. Because she got one time she played years ago before I met her. She played 2 lottery. They give you 2 games on it, top and bottom row. On the top row, she had every number except 1. And then on the bottom, that number was in the bottom game.
Yeah, but even if you don't have every number, you still win something like that.
You won something. I don't remember what, but this was before I met her.
Yeah.
You can remain anonymous in New York if you win the lotto. Not sure about the other states.
Right. Petty lady.
Yeah. You see, the thing is, when you say, oh, my God, that's nuts, Danny, the problem with statements like that is by the time I get to them, I don't know what we're referring to. In the case of Danny, everything he says is nuts. So that could work for anything. But people just try to, elaborate when you comment, what's nuts?
Yeah. I would help dogs and cats, you know.
And by the way, I'm not saying that's bad. Yeah, help them, but don't give all of the money to them. What are you crazy people? Not all of it. Remember what happened to Ralph Crampton? When he saw the suitcase full of money. I remember that. $40 million. But that wasn't the same one. That was another one. Danny, dates will not raise your sugar. Only 3 with peanut butter. Test it out. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I heard that dried fruit got a lot of sugar. Like raisins and, the fruit they put in fruitcake. That's not good for a diabetic.
I would give 845 friends $1 million each. I don't have 845 friends.
845 friends.
Fruit for most part has sugar, but also fiber. Unless you go nuts, does more good than harm. Yeah, I mean, I think it's individual. Some people, I think fruit could raise their sugar, if you're diabetic. But I eat fruit.
I heard on the TV this morning, I was showing Robin Krispy Kreme, that donut place. They just came out with nine new different kind of donuts on top of what they already make.
Yeah, you eat that stuff?
No, I don't even know where there's a Krispy Kreme around here at all. No.
By the way, when I was cheating bad, I was eating Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah. No, once in a blue moon, I have it. Robin will bring one home. I like the Bavarian cream or Boston cream donut.
Yeah.
But you know what? The filling inside, you're lucky if you get a teaspoon of cream. They used to fill it nice. Now,
everything else today, everything today sucks. I feel sorry for. I feel bad. I don't want to say this because Robert P's got many beautiful grandchildren. However, I feel sorry for anybody born today or young today. Are you kidding me? With AI and everything costs more, they give you less and everything. Anyway, this is I'm gonna get rid of him because he's too busy talking with his wife. You only use real butter, never margarine. I agree. Margarine's plastic, I think people said, isn't it? Or fake or something.
Margarine is 1 molecule away from plastic.
Real butter, especially grass-fed, is not bad at all, especially if you aren't eating sugar or carbs. I really hope you're able to join me if I do these things in the morning, 8 or 9 a.m. Wednesdays, I hope. What was that clip? Disco Godzilla. That's it's stupid. Godzilla does a victory dance when he wins in this movie. One movie, but it's still fun. The bottom line is fun, Danny. Fun. I mean, you're one of these guys that say you like Beavis and Butthead, for God's sake.
I want to show you how small what the hell are you doing over there? It looks big on the screen, but look, a slice of bread.
Hey, you gonna have it now?
No. I'm not gonna have it now. This is my wheat bread, but it's very small. It's very small. Look, it's a very small piece of bread.
Hey, guys, take a shot every time this guy says it's small.
It's got a lot of carbohydrates and sugar.
My cholesterol went down when I ate more eggs and butter and beef.
That's the way I talk. I like to repeat my words. You know what I mean?
I know. That's why I mute you.
Yeah, you talk too much. You don't know when to stop.
Yeah, right. Danny, if you leave your money to your dogs, how will they sign the monthly mortgage check with a paw print?
First of all, I got no mortgages. The house I live in, I wrote 3 checks for $135,095. I paid with 3 checks, cash, no banks. The other one, I paid the owner directly, no banks. You gave a winning ticket. Joe could do the same thing. It's never too late. Joe can go out, buy a home.
It's too late. Yeah, it's too late.
With the money, I know how much he pays for rent. I won't disclose it, but half of that money will probably pay his mortgage.
Yeah, whatever. It's too late. You gave a winning ticket to Don recently. I don't remember that, but you know what's Don? This guy. You know where he is lately living? He's in 7-Eleven, sitting on a beer. They have like boxes of beer, and he sits on there. And sometimes he wears a catheter, and sometimes it breaks and soaks his pants. And he's freaking sitting on a freaking thing. I saw him yesterday. I didn't record him, but I saw him and I said, Don, I said, where you been sleeping lately? You have a place to sleep? And he goes, here. I said, we're sleeping. What? He goes, I'm going to try to stay in here. I don't know if he's going to get sleep. But you imagine going into like 2 o'clock in the morning, you go into 7-Eleven and you see this bum sitting on a beer, sleeping. Come on.
Rob, it's not even funny.
Knock it off.
I worry.
I'm not saying him sleeping on it.
I worry about the guy in the wintertime when the temperature goes down to 0. You know what I mean? Especially if his pants get wet, they're gonna freeze. They're gonna turn to ice. You have
to understand. This guy makes his own stupid life. He's been doing that for years.
No. This is
how me know. Since 1992. Since 1992, he chose this life. Okay. And I've been present in the when the people have offered him housing to his face, and I've been there, I witnessed it. And he wants it his way or 7-Eleven. He wants to live in that town. He won't live anywhere but that town and under his conditions. That's what I think.
Definitely mental illness. Definitely.
He's not mentally like most homeless people.
No. That's not normal behavior. Come on, Joe. Come on.
That's excuses. Okay.
No,
I've seen. No. Look, I've known. You don't know Don. I know Don. I've known him for 10 years, and this guy's got. And you talk about smart person. He's smarter than you easily. Then again, so is this mug. But then again. No, but this is fun, isn't it? But then again, you have to understand that Don is not. He's not stupid. He's stupid if he lives like that, I guess. But he knows he's up on a current event. He's not like your typical homeless person.
Yeah, Joe. There's certain videos of him you should not make to exploit him. That's not right.
You know what? At the end of the day, you could say if anybody that feels the same way as Danny does, and they're all people.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, hold on. Again, yeah. The bottom line is, I've done more for Don than any of you finger pointers I've ever done. I've given him a lot of money. I've given him over 1,000. I'm saying in my life, in the last 10 years, I've known him over $1,000 probably, and I've been responsible for people sending him money for this. Hold on, you let me finish. Okay, I've been responsible for people sending him money to the store, Cara Don.
Wait a minute.
So I've done more for Don than anybody here.
Wait a minute. You didn't give Don money. You gave Betty money. That's what you did. Because all the money he gets is just Betty. You're pretty stupid for being an Italian. You're pretty dumb.
You know what I heard? This is the truth. This is what Corey told me at the store. Don's birthday was recently. Don's birthday was November 2nd. He was turned 73. I was going to give him a little something. And I went to the store and he wasn't there. And I said, what happened? And he said, no, he's staying at a hotel or something. Sometimes they get a little money and he stays at a hotel with his friend Betty. You know, nothing sexual. I mean, they're friends. Right?
Wait a minute. How you know it's nothing sexual?
Because Don tells me everything. Would you just stop interrupting? So the bottom line is that. So I said to him, "What happened with Don?" He goes, "Oh, do you know what happened?" He told Betty that all he wanted for his birthday, what he wanted to get a layer cake. I don't know how many, 3-layer cake or something. 3-layer cake. Oh, I forgot what was the other thing. I think in chicken nuggets or something like that. I think he wanted or something like that. So he wanted chicken or something like that. It turned out that Betty, I'm not making this up. I'm just trying to remember it because I don't have it prepared in my head. Betty, instead of that, got herself cupcakes and got some kind of chicken, Kentucky Fried Chicken or something he didn't want. Ate it all herself and kicked him out of the hotel.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe that. You know, but she's gonna go to hell. You know, I believe what goes around comes around. You know what I mean? But it's sad. But the best thing to do is buy him a meal. Make sure that he eats. That he's not giving the money to his girlfriend. You know what I mean? I understand people. I don't.
Here you go. Like $5 ticket wouldn't be a lot 2 years ago. So you never know. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, eggs, butter, and beef instead of carbs is great for blood sugar and weight loss. Absolutely. We've learned that meat is good, not bad, and that eggs are good. Okay, so
you got to understand, meat is good. Meat is good if you find it healthy. But when you got chronic kidney disease, beef is very hard on the kidneys. A veterinarian told me about my Chacho. He was 15, 16, and he had slight kidney problems. And the vet says, don't give him any beef. The kidneys have to work very hard to process that meat. You know what I mean? So if you're normal, you don't have kidney disease, eating steak and hamburgers all the time is one thing. But when you have chronic kidney disease like I do, I'm stage 3B. There's 5 stages of kidney disease. I'm 3B. 5 is dialysis or you're death, or you're going to die.
Why are you telling me this? I'm not interested in your life story.
So me, myself, I cannot eat a lot of beef because my kidneys are working at 37% function and they can't process too much protein, potassium, or phosphorus. Any food with potassium.
That's enough for that. All right, lottery never for me. Oh, that's a silly attitude. I'm sorry. You could win all that money just for a little. Come on. Somebody's got to win.
God bless America.
Yeah, right. Tell that to New York City. I was referring to those sweet baking mixes of Danny's are nuts. There you go. Danny, you listening? It's impossible. Today I've done almost an hour without really getting too annoyed with him. And it's hard. It's freaking hard, man, because he's such a tough guy to deal with. Just ask his wife. Well, we got to wait now for him to come back because he can't see this. Ralph's mother-in-law, when she sees the suitcase that has the money in it, said, "What's that? Your lunchbox?" Yep, exactly. It's the fiber and the dates that keep the spike down. Get that dog out of the picture.
I'm gonna leave my
please.
Money. All my dogs are gonna get all my money.
You're stupid enough to do that.
especially me Lola. Me
All right,
Lola.
here it is. I was referring to that those
Oh,
sweet
shit.
baking mixes of yours are nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Three times I read this while you wait. Come on.
You know, all that stuff. Robin makes it and passes it out to the family. You know what I mean? I don't eat a lot of that shit. You know, I just use it as a prop.
Dates and date sugar are still sugar, but lower glycemic index.
Wow, smart people here today.
Danny, you better. I'm looking forward to this when we do a Wednesday. When I do the Wednesday show.
I don't think we have that Krispy Kreme here in Orange County. Well, Middletown. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with this, Rob. Absolutely. Diabetic or not, everyone should lower sugar intake. Findings now say heart and brain affected way worse than meat and fats.
Yeah.
Yep. Danny,
Yep.
do you let your dogs give your dogs turkey on Thanksgiving?
No. The reason being is when you baste the turkey with condiments, that's where the problem lies. They can't have all those condiments that you put on the turkey. You know, when you're cooking it. You know, sometimes I'll take a leg and then I'll get down to the end of to the bone, close to the bone, and take some of that meat and give it to the dogs a little bit. But you know, if it was just a turkey you put in the oven and cook it like that with nothing on it, fine. But the condiments is the problem.
Now, this I can agree with. Now, berries are very good for you. Blueberries, blackberries, they're good for you. Berries are
Right.
the only fruit I eat. More fiber, less simple sugar. Pure fructose can raise blood sugar even faster than table sugar. That's interesting. I do have
Right.
bananas. I'm sorry, that's my treat. Every day I have at least one banana. Sorry. But I know I could do better.
You got to look for products that don't say high fructose corn syrup.
Yes,
If
I
you
know.
see high fructose corn syrup, stay away from it. You know, it's bad.
But it's in
But
ketchup. High fructose corn syrup is in ketchup.
yeah, it's not good. You know, corn sugar is very bad. You know,
Oh,
corn is
man.
far as anything grown in the world. The most of is corn is the largest crop that they plant is corn. It has a lot of uses. You know, when you go to a gas pump and it says 10% ethanol, that's corn.
Corn gas that Anthony likes.
Right.
Anyway, so Tom, I'm sure this is in relation to Don. Says I don't feel bad for him at all.
No, that's not right, Tom. That's not right. I don't even know why you come up here and write shit like that. You know what I mean?
Well,
The
yeah,
guy,
I can understand that. The guy, he's like it says here, he's ungrateful. Sometimes he says, "Oh, thank you, God bless you." Then when the person walks away, $5 fucking dollars. What the hell's $10? What's that? Let me tell you something. He's not too nice. I do feel sorry for him with Betty because she is abusive and horrible, but yet, you know, he still stays with her.
yeah.
Yeah, being 5'5" or 245, 250 isn't fun. 6'5", no one would notice. Well, I'm 5'6", so I'm not, I'm not tall. So there
I'm
you go.
223 at 5'11", 5'11" inches.
Never mind. Never mind what I am. He could be more grateful. Yes, indeed. Danny, yes, less protein if you have kidney issues.
Right, and potassium and phosphorus. Because I read about it, and the doctors told me potassium you find a lot of bananas, potatoes. There's a lot of foods. You got to look it up and know what foods to try to limit or avoid. You know.
Yeah.
One of the items with kidney disease to avoid is chocolate. Even worse is dark chocolate. You know, because I don't know if it's the phosphorus or the potassium in that, but even tomatoes. It says avoid tomatoes. Potassium. You know, it's very hard. You know.
What Danny needs is an Elvis sandwich.
Yeah, they sounded pretty good. They must have tasted pretty good too.
Yes, that's true. On Thanksgiving, Danny might eat dog biscuits.
Yeah, I'll eat one on a live stream.
Well,
What?
Danny, you do whatever. Jill, did you ever see him eat the dog biscuits? Eat one now.
No,
Show
no,
it.
I don't have any. I was talking about that yesterday. It's funny you bring it up, but I says we stopped at Aldi's. We have Aldi's around here. Aldi's is a great store, you know. And I says, you know what we forgot? We forgot dog biscuits. They didn't have any. That's what Robin said. They didn't have any dog biscuits. We buy a box of dog biscuits. But Robin makes them herself. Great for the dogs. Pumpkin, sweet potato, a little bit of honey, no sugar, and she makes the dough up and she bakes them in the toaster oven, and the dogs love them. She learned the recipe for online. Baking treats for dogs. You know, and they dogs love that stuff. Pumpkin is very healthy for a dog, and also people. But not pumpkin pie mix. Yeah, it's just regular pumpkin. It's very healthy. You can put a little butter on it. If you want, or you heat it up and you put a little butter to give it some flavor. But yeah, good stuff. And I had spinach this morning. That's one thing I'm supposed to avoid is spinach. But I had a little bit of eggs. I don't care. I don't eat it all the time.
Anyway, yeah, Danny has eaten dog biscuits. I heard you say spinach. I have high platelets, very high platelets.
Yeah.
And they told me, dark greens are not good for me because I have very thick blood.
Right. It's what's it called? Vitamin K, which you got to avoid because that thickens the blood. Vitamin K.
I own my house, and my total expenses per month is around $300. That's taxes, electric, heat, and water and sewer. Wow, good for you.
You're living cheap. My taxes are $600 a month. It's about $7,300 a year. So I live. This is my house paid for. My property, and I got to pay $600 a month to be here. Only in America. And then I'm 69. I shouldn't have to pay anybody that retires let's say make it 65. Okay, you're tax exempt from school taxes. I pay more for school taxes than property taxes. I got two houses, $7,000 a year, a little bit more, maybe $7,300 a year goes to school taxes, and I don't have any kids going to school, and I never did. I don't have no children.
That's terrible. It really is.
Why do I got to pay now when I'm on Social Security? You're paying school taxes. And if you got 5 houses, you're paying school taxes on 5 houses, and not just the one. It's ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. It's very cheap. Very cheap. I'm in New York State. I'm upstate New York. It's expensive to live here, but thank God my home is paid for, and I got 3 rents coming in. Plus my Social Security, and Robin gets a check, so we're doing. I can't complain, That's why I
find another records I'm going to sell, boy. Can't wait.
That's why I tell people, put some money on the side. You never know.
Yeah.
Put it on the side. You don't need to spend it all. Don't let the money burn your pocket, as they say.
Well, I do agree. You think I don't agree with that? I do agree.
Yeah, because you don't know when you're going to need it. Especially as you get older. Robin in the next month and a half has 7 doctor visits. Okay, and she had a surgery in her foot, and the Achilles tendon ripped, and she's got. Why are you cutting me off when I'm busy talking? This is what this channel's about, right here. So she needs an MRI. That's $275 for an MRI, and she spent $40 yesterday to see the fucking doctor, Dr. Wood. And then she got all these other.
The doctor's name. We don't have to do that all the time. We don't have to know.
You need money. You need money in the future for doctor visits because sooner or later something happens. Unfortunately.
I'll go along with that. Just raised my tax to $6,800. That's ridiculous. Seems high to me, but depends on where you live.
Yeah, between property and school taxes where I live here, it's about $7,300, and then I got the other house, and it's around the same. You know, so I pay over $14,000 a year in taxes. So don't tell me I don't spend no money, Joe.
Oh man, getting stuff in my throat today.
But I heard up here, a 2-bedroom will go for $2,000. So who's living cheaper? I am. $600 a month opposed to $2,000 a month. Come on, you know.
Yeah, Dr. Vinny Bombats. Yeah. My house paid off 10 years ago, but still $700 a month for taxes and insurance.
Yeah.
That's God.
Yeah, mine is approximately $600.
Money pit.
No. If you told people how much you pay every month rent, they'll fall over for sure.
It's a lot of money, and not only that. Every November we get the notice because our lease is up in February, and every November we get to think: do you want to vacate the premises or do you want to pay the new rent increase every freaking year?
Yeah,
I'm waiting. I'm still waiting.
It's nonstop. It's gonna be every year. So if you're there for another 10 years, okay.
Way more than that. Way more than that. That's all we'll say.
No, if you're there for another 10 years at your increase,
We're not going there. We're not going to be here another 10 years.
In 10 years from now, your rent is going to be $800 more than what you're paying now.
We're not going to be here another 10 years.
You're not going to be able to be there. You're not going to be able to afford it.
Of course, that's what I mean. So don't worry about it.
You know, it's gotten out of hand. Really, you know, people have no money to live. You know.
Well, don't forget that my half of the rent is, you know, we split it. I mean, my girlfriend. If I didn't have my girlfriend, I couldn't live here. Rent wise, I'd have to move someplace, a studio or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
we have to split it. Remember, you'll get the notice for the increase. Just say pins and needles, needles and pins. It's a happy man that grins. Then I smile and I say to myself, now what am I mad about? They raised the rent 15%.
Yeah.
No, but you don't know what that is, but it's funny.
No.
You don't even know the routine?
No, I don't try to remember routines. You know, it's just too much in my brain. You know.
The honeymooners.
Yeah, I know, but I mind.
Ralph went to the doctor. He says, I'm nervous all the time. I get aggravated, like with you. So he gave me this little thing to say, you know, that whenever I get aggravated, I say this, I'm not aggravated anymore. All I do is say, pins and needles, needles and pins. It's a happy man that grins. Then I smile, and I say to myself, what am I mad about? And I forget, and I'm not mad anymore. So then he didn't know that while he was at the doctor, the landlord came in and increased the rent 15%. So he goes, I wish I had a little test here to show you how good it works. And now it goes, yeah, maybe this. So he goes, all right, a little test. And he reads the rent increase. And he goes, it's worse. He goes, pins and needles, needles and pins. It's a happy man that grins. Now, what am I mad about? Norton reminds him, he raised the rent 15%. He screams.
Yeah.
Yells at the landlord.
In all the years that I'm a homeowner, where I am now, since 1995, and Walden, I lived there for 10 years, since 1983. There's not one year that the taxes went down a couple of dollars. Every year they go up. Never went down. And where is there to come 10 years from now if I'm still here? How much is the taxes going to be? Am I able to live here?
Now you hear this? Then there's all your maintenance. How to get a new roof, window repairs, new water conditioner, water heater, dishwasher. You pay as much as me and more.
I don't have a dishwasher. She does it by hand. Okay, a roof you change every 30 years. I changed it a couple of years ago. I'll be dead before this roof has to be changed again. You know, Robin, it's Robin's problem. You know, but who knows in 30 years where she is. So I'm not worried about that. And, it's a lot of bullshit. When you rent, when you leave the premises, you walk away with nothing.
Sorry. You know what you walk away with? A lot of good memories of living here. And having been off the streets and having not lived in the cold. That's what you move with. Come on, man. Anyway, I have not heard it. I don't care to hear it. I heard it's good. And it's called Heaven or something. Who cares? That's my personal opinion.
But Joe, one day with all the records you got in your room, your floor is going to collapse for sure.
I don't know about that, Danny.
Hey, Joe, you've got too many records. One day that floor is going to fall through. It won't be able to take the weight.
I love that video. That's a funny shit. Where you on, Bob? You want to go out, Baba?
Time for work. Okay, Eric. Have a good time working.
All right. Take care. Have a good day. Be safe. Thanks for watching.
Equity.
That's right.
I'm happy. Except for my, health problems, but you don't feel good.
Yeah. I looked on Google, because Joe told me about it. I looked on Google, and my house is valued at $441,000, and I only paid $135,000. So look, real estate is the best investment you can make. But I want to be here. I don't want to leave here. So I'm never going to see that kind of money. I want to be here. I'm going to die, and everything goes to Robin.
Richard James saw Paul last night in Nashville, small venue. How was it? Give me honest. His voice, everything.
Hi, Richard James. Love you, bro. Come on, Baba. You want to go pee-pee?
No. Let your wife take care of that when you're on here.
I don't know what she is.
Well, she got to take care of the dogs when you're on here. That's why cats are so much better. They just go right in their box. They pee in the box.
Cats are very independent. They only love you when they're hungry. You go meow meow when you want something.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all. You gotta have the right cat. Don't give me those stereotypical cliches.
And then you pet them. After a while, after you pet them, they swat you. They don't
want
all
cats.
Cats are very.
You're doing it again with that pea brain of yours. Not all cats. Okay, you that's your experience. That's not mine.
Robin,
what are you gonna do? Yeah. Cry to her for a backup? No.
Well, I gotta get up then.
This is Marty. What's going on?
Hi, Marty.
I was expecting his voice to be shot, but it was really good. He was more talkative than usual, less scripted like the stadium shows. Very good, very good. Well, that's what I'm saying. I've seen clips where he sounds pretty good. I mean, pretty good for today. He also swapped Dance Tonight for Every Night. Well, that's a good swap. I would easily give up Dance Tonight for Every Night. I definitely would.
Bless you. Yes, sir.
Danny, did I hear you say earlier that you have to leave early today or something?
No. She got a doctor's appointment at 10:30. We're off at 10.
Oh, okay.
So it takes about 20 minutes from here to the doctor's office by car, and we should be okay.
I would think that it couldn't hurt. It couldn't hurt for Paul to do lesser gigs and save the. He is already doing. I think he's doing lesser gigs. Believe it or not. And it's true. A lot of people don't understand that. I understand it. When you see just the experience of seeing him is what it is really. And people that go, and I'm one of them that used to go. Last time I went was 3 years ago. I have a good time. I'm enjoying it. You muted yourself. You muted yourself, bud.
Yeah, I know, because I told baby, I said, go mommy. They understand perfect English.
No, they don't.
Oh yeah, you'd be surprised.
They know if you say a certain thing, that means to do, but it doesn't mean they literally understand.
No. They understand everything. Believe me. Oh yes, they do.
I know. Yeah, look, I've had a dog. Okay, I know. But the bottom line I'm saying is, I'm not going to get into this again. You think they understand? Have a discussion with.
Robert says Robert says no bullshit. They have a dog dictionary that they have a translator that you could actually talk to your dog when it responds back.
Saw Paul on Monday, second row on the side. Well, it was fantastic. Obviously, the voice has changed, obviously, but it was a great performance. Okay, Danny was trying to tell. I shouldn't have done that. I did that completely for a laugh, but he should be able to finish. Come on, Danny, don't cry.
This is the Living Channel, not the Beatles channel.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. You know, the thing that Breach doesn't understand is, I realize this is the only chance really gets to talk Beatles.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. I don't care.
But you know, I really don't want this to be too much of a Beatles channel. It's supposed to be living life.
We've been hearing about Beatles for 60 friggin' years.
Never going to change, man.
60 years, maybe 61. Who the hell knows?
Judging a man who's 83 on singing or how he looks says more about the commenter than it does him. I know what you're trying to say. And by the way, that's not just a man who's in his 80s and how he looks. It's also when you comment on anybody on YouTube, or you make fun of people on YouTube, it says more about the person, you know, judging them than it does the person. So that goes that way too, just so you know. But I think it's okay. You know, I think you should be fair. If the guy sounds bad, say he sounds bad. If he doesn't look too good, say he don't look good. What are you gonna do? You know, if he looks good and sounds good, praise him. You know?
Yeah, Josh. You know,
We
most
talked
people
about that.
know his voice ain't the same. You know, when they go to the concert, they know what to expect, but they're seeing a legend. They're seeing a Beatle. You know what I mean? A genius songwriter, wrote hundreds of songs with great melodies and stuff like that. Where all this stuff comes from in his brain, only God knows, because try sitting down and writing a song, you know, in melody. You'll be there for months and months. You can't come up with anything. This guy overnight comes out with songs. You know, he's probably recording now as we speak. You know, in between touring. You know,
It's a gift.
yeah. You know. That's
Man,
right.
coughing. I'm coughing because this. First of all, this tea bothers my throat. It's dry or something.
You know, when I seen Paul in the Meadowlands, I think it's Giant Stadium or one of those stadiums there, New Jersey.
He's talking about 1990. This guy.
When they did "Live and Let Die," you had to see the explosions and shit. That shit was awesome. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. You talk about 1990. He still does those explosions today.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, that's when I seen him.
Did you get the new Wings book? You ready for this? No, I did not get the new Wings book. And get a load of this. As of right now, I have no intention of getting the Wings book. Okay? I'm telling you, it's happening. I just sold $241 worth of records. I'll tell you this. If I was to get the new Wings book, I would not get the USA one. I'd get the UK one with a nice cover on it. But anyway, no, I'm not getting everything. And today, I may get the new Wings compilation on CD, but not vinyl. The vinyl may come later, but I'm in no rush for the vinyl. Look, I may, months. I could wait however long, but just to have something for my channel to show and to have something. I'll get the CDs maybe.
But Joe, is these songs remastered or remixed?
Yeah, some of them are. Yeah. They sound better, some of them. But neck is it's better. Let's put it that way. It's better. Thanks for asking. Although Daddy's a pain in the neck. And the thing I never understand is why that's always the case. It seems like every time we come here, I try. This is better than most. I gotta say. Today's better than most, but he is a pain, and I don't know why he's a pain in the neck.
Now, I was invited here. You knew I was coming.
Now, I was invited here. You knew I was coming.
Yeah, sure.
That's right.
Yeah, sure.
Poor John. Yeah, sure. That's a funny clip. You got to see that the whole video. Maybe 20 minutes. You'll laugh your ass off because Al Cap was a funny character.
Yeah, the bit he's doing with John on the screen there, I got a feeling is pretty special. It's a nice moment. A little tired of it now, but it's a nice moment. things get tired. You got to try new stuff with it,
Yeah.
right? By the way, I want to give some some attention to Beatley Tone's Beatles channel right now. He has a new game show, which was a lot of fun, and he asked me to be the first guest, and I was honored by that. And he did it with Dinner with Greedo. His name's Paul. The two of them did it. It was a lot of fun. They got a lot of jingles, a lot of bells and whistles, a lot of laughs, in addition to fun questions. So go over there and check that out. And just a reminder, everybody, again, I'll be right with you. Again, that while I'm reminding people of things that starting Wednesday, I'm going to try to do a new regular Wednesday show here, just myself on screen. That's going to be about eating better, lifestyle, trying to maintain that stuff. And I invite everybody to participate, but we're just going to talk about that, nothing else.
Look at that. Look at that. It says only me. You know what I mean? I'm not invited. I'm on a weight loss.
Oh, you're impossible.
Joe's on a brain cell loss.
That's interesting that he skipped here today. He never skips here today. That's interesting. It shouldn't be taken for granted that if you have the means, you can buy a ticket to see the greatest songbook that will ever exist, performed by one of the people who wrote it.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of people passing out the audience throughout the show. It was very hot in there and very tight. Wow, that's interesting.
People passing out.
McCartney 3 has 2 very good songs on it. The rest I will never play again in my life. Well, I disagree. I like just about the whole album. I think maybe there are 2 songs on it I'm not wild. The only song I really don't care for on that album is a song called Deep Down. Not to be confused with Deep, Deep Feeling. Is it called Guess the Zombie? Very good, very good.
Okay,
I saw that Andy Nichols was front and center on the rail at the show. That's pretty cool. I mean, he was there. I know that. Egypt Station is truly awful. I'm embarrassed by it. I think Egypt Station is an album that starts fine, and as the more you listen to it, it goes down, down, down as you listen to it. But I like some songs on it. I think a lot of people overrate that album. I think a lot of people build that up. Chauncey Phillips here, right? Boy, cool dude, Chauncey Phillips, man. He's gaining weight. That guy, and also there's his friend, Wet Movie 1, Brendan. They had lost a lot of weight. Each one of them lost 200 pounds, and they're gaining it back, both of them.
Good morning, Chauncey. How are you, bro? It's 3 hours earlier in California.
That's why I'm not, I don't know about the idea when I'm going to start my show. Yeah. I might start it at 9 a.m. I don't know. 8 or 9. Probably 8. I'll still do 8. People
Joe, what are you going to talk about since you're not on a diet?
What's that?
Really?
I'm sorry.
What are you going to talk about on a diet?
I am on a diet. I've lost 3 pounds. No, it was 4 and a half. I think I'm down at the 3 now that I only. But the thing is, yeah, I've lost weight, and you lost
70,
water. 75% on the diet.
Wait a minute. You lost water. Dumb shit.
Doesn't matter. The numbers are what they are, Jealous. Whatever it is, the numbers are the numbers.
Oh, shit.
He doesn't anymore. That's past history. That's past history.
Oh, it's not Joe. Richard James is my love. Richard James, I love you, bro. Where's Dino? Dino, the dog. I love you, Joe. Joe.
I love you.
I love you, Joe.
You don't. I used to, but you got to argue with me.
I can't wait for your new show. I can't wait for your new show so I can have a good laugh.
Well, you're not going to be on it, so what are you going to laugh?
No, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. That's good enough.
You know who's going to get the last laugh? Me.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, I know. What's up, Billy? Good morning.
Good morning, here, Billy. Oh shit.
Godzilla. I heard Godzilla does the safety dance. Yeah, well, when it fits the situation.
Joe, you should sign up for. I don't know if you ever seen it on one of these cable channels. Naked and Afraid, where they go into the woods there and they have to find food.
I would never do that.
Yeah, it's for 21 days and see whoever lasts 21 days goes on
You
to
get a lot
find
of
them.
money, don't you?
Yeah, but you also lose a lot of weight. They show you before and after. They lost 45, 60 pounds because they weren't eating much. So that's the best thing to do is you get an application and fill it out and send it in. They send you to Colombia or someplace like that in the jungle. It's me, Lola.
Freaking noises.
Lola's cold. Lola's
You want to see Lola?
People making love to their dogs. Oh, how
Oh
disgusting.
my God, she's just so beautiful.
You want to see Lola? Here comes Lola. This is Lola.
What's going on, folks? Welcome to the solo portion of the show.
Lola is very misunderstood. Just because she bit me a couple times.
Hey, look at this. Out of all the things Marty ever said, this is the thing I agree with the most than anything he ever said. Dog owners are insufferable.
Yeah, they are.
Well, some of them are. Some of them are. You know. You're meeting up with Peter on Saturday. I hear a very strong rumor from Peter himself that I may meet up with him. And if I do meet up with him, he will be in my next Record Store Reality video if he does show up. And by the way, a correction, not all dog owners are insufferable. Oh, I'll tell you a funny. I'm glad I thought of a funny story. I think they called the dog a schnauzer. What's a schnauzer? Is that like a...
It's a gray dog that's cut down the middle.
It's what down the middle?
It has no hair in the middle of its back.
Yeah, this might have been. Anyway, so I was at the record store, and I go out, and there's a guy sitting on a bench, and he's got a dog. I heard it was a schnauzer. I'm waiting for Danny to pay attention. He's either paying attention to his blanket or his wife or his dog. But he won't listen to this dog story, okay? You're a dog nut. Why don't you listen to the story, okay?
I don't have to watch. I can hear. I hear.
You hear, yeah. Anyway, so I walk out the store, and I'm going to the record store. I'm going down to the corner shop to buy stuff I shouldn't eat. All right. So anyway, so I go there, and the guy right away I'm thinking, you don't know if it's going to be a good dog. See, the guy, he's got the dog on a leash, but you know when people have a dog on a leash and they like read the news, like they're not paying attention, so they might not have a good grip on it. Like come out. So I don't like when people have dogs and I have to worry about these things. Like what if the dog gets loose? So the dog seemed very nice. I couldn't tell. So I go to the mobile station, pick up something. Then I come back, and I got to walk back into the record store with the dog. And the dog's looking at me and waiting. He's just looking. So what I do is I don't do eye contact. I look to the side. All of a sudden, the dog sits down, as nice as ever, and it was a sweet dog. I give credit where it's due. And the old guy goes, "Hey, he wants to be your friend." And I go, "Hi," and I walked into the freaking thing, the store. My point, he's your friend. He's not my friend.
Joe, these two things are equal, okay? The lottery and getting bit by a dog. Let the dog bite you, become a millionaire. You can sue. You call Jacoby Myers, you know, and you have a lawsuit. You can get quick money. You can buy more records, go on vacation. What's the matter with you, Joe?
I don't know if that's a good idea.
No, I wouldn't do that. You know, I wouldn't sue anybody. No, it's just funny we're playing here.
Let's see, Danny, what's your blood sugar now? Did it go up or down?
You know, dogs can sense it if you're afraid of them, and
I know.
You don't look eye to eye because
did I say I didn't look eye to eye? I didn't.
Yeah, you know, and pit bulls are not to be trusted because I heard all kinds of stories.
Pit bulls and their owners should you know. Danny, what's your blood sugar? It went down.
Actually,
his blood sugar went down. Let's celebrate. Actually,
Yeah,
I'd be happy to open up.
that sounds like a beginning of a song that I can't place in my mind. A song, you know.
You know, I think I should have had that thing long way so it covers us.
Yeah, whatever.
That's a lot of work.
You still got the one with Lola and the medicine bottles and stuff
No.
like that going in the air.
Nope. I think Lola's ears went up.
Peter. I sang the whole song for you, Uncle Albert. Whatever happened to my song?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Are you making money?
Yeah, that's weird. I'm trying to talk Anthony into coming over earlier. This guy always goes, he always goes, how about 11:30 or 12? He wants to come over at 12. The day's gone at 12 o'clock. Come over at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, well,
people, you don't want to get out of bed. I'm up at 6 o'clock or 5:30.
Well, he's got his routine.
You can't get up like 9. I don't understand people.
Joe, he's got his routine. You know what I mean? You can't expect everybody.
Yeah, he's not working anymore.
Kiss your feet.
Kiss your feet. It's stupid.
Godzilla sounds like the beginning of Ozzy Crazy Train song.
Yeah, some song. I can't place it. What are you doing? Hey, talk about it. Hey, Dropsy. I got Dropsy here.
Hey, that's my nickname for my girl.
Constantly dropping shit all over the floor. I don't know what it is.
It's called
Some days she's gonna drop me.
You wish.
No, it is what it is, Danny.
Yeah.
Well, let's get it. I don't know. This is a good time. We got more people. We should be getting more comments and things here.
I got another half hour, and then Robin another $40 pay for co-payment. Another $40.
You're not paying it.
I know, but still, it's our money. It's in the family. It's gone, no matter how you look at it.
I hear you.
Yeah. So you go for therapy anymore? You said the hell with it.
What, physical therapy?
Yeah.
You got 3 lined up. 3 Wednesdays.
You could do that at home. You know what the exercise.
I know, but right now I'm looking for the support.
What kind of support?
$35 for Christ's sake. You can't afford $35 a week. There you go.
Oh my God.
I was once in a coffee shop, and the biggest dog you've ever seen in your life was in the shop barking.
Yeah, Great Dane. Great Dane.
I told you that time I was dating a girl, and I got into a house, and she's got a cage with a pit bull in the cage. Okay, she put it in the cage so when I was there. But it got out of the cage, and she was in the other room doing something in bed. The dog comes up to me on the couch and jumps up at me and face to face and starts licking my face. And I was like terrified. I was trying not to show it. And I went like this. I was going very nice on like that, which I hope was all right. And I couldn't wait for her to come back. I got lucky.
Yeah, you were lucky. It could have been a setup. Maybe she's trying to get rid of you.
Well, definitely. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, it's all over.
I'm telling you, man. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just being honest with you.
All over.
I'm going to do a video. I'm going to talk about the 5 things that ended the world, or at least America anyway, but the world probably. And I got to think it's stuff like Columbine, 9/11 at the Twin Towers, the internet, cell phones, and finally AI. Those are all the things from 99 to now. I might leave Columbine out of it because, but that's it.
Just look at just think about the clip that Joe just showed, with him going through the floor. Okay. You could make that clip as we are now, real people.
Well, enjoy it, Danny.
I have one. Peter sent me one with me and Joe, and I pulled up, and the shot went off, and you could see the blast at the end of the barrel.
Why
It looked
talk about this? Why give these people
It looked-
ideas?
it looked real. I mean, you show.
Why give them ideas, an incentive?
No. That's not the
Especially if
move.
they know I'm with you.
I'm well protected here. Believe me. As soon as they hit the driveway, the fucking bell goes off here.
You'll be sleeping on the couch when somebody comes in there. They'll have
Under
one
my-
on you
wait a
before you can
minute.
before you can
Under-
grab yours. They'll have it on you.
Under the beginning of my blacktop, I have it's like a hose. Okay, so any car that goes over there, what happens is it makes the connection. It sets the bell off. So that's my first, and then I have the 3 dogs. Lola would love to take a third leg off.
Yeah, I'll take all 4 legs off.
Full of duty to get your leg.
Yeah, Lola loves meat, human meat.
Yeah, I know. That's why I hate that dog. I hate your dog because the dog took a bite out of your arm and ate your arm meat.
Yeah, look.
Exactly. This is right. This is right. What does this say right here, Daddy? Read that.
Yeah. Lola and Shelby, they French kissed me. I never. I'm 69. I never died. I had dogs for years and I never got sick.
By the
You
way,
know?
69. That's my favorite number.
You know, first of all, let's say you let's say you went out with somebody you never met him before, and you kissed a woman, okay, tongue on tongue, okay. If she has hepatitis C, you now have hepatitis C. So what is the difference?
You're not catching that from
You're not going to catch hepatitis from a dog, but if
I
you
would
kiss,
much rather catch a kiss in a girl.
no. If you get saliva from a woman that has hepatitis C, you just contracted hepatitis C.
I still would rather get a kiss in a girl.
No. Yeah, you don't know shit. Yeah, I should have been a doctor or a mad scientist. One of the two.
I'm not going to do with you, Danny.
Be surprised how intelligent I am.
Yeah, right.
It's fascinating. My brain is fascinating. You know.
Here's the thing, Danny. I'm not going to say that you're the stupidest guy in the world, but you'd better hope that the stupidest guy in the world doesn't die.
Okay. Wait a minute. Wait. I said you're more stupid. You're more stupid than not wanting $825 million. You only want 100,000. You're pretty dumb.
I'm not stupid about it at all. I think it's kind of stupid when people get that kind of money and it ruins their life. Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, I agree. You shouldn't let money go to your head. Literally.
To paraphrase George Carlin, the world and planet will be fine. People, maybe not. There you go.
Yeah. Nothing lasts forever but the earth and sky. Kansas.
That's a
Dustin
great
Lewis.
song. I don't care what anybody says. I love that song.
Went to hell, hit the ground.
So what's on everybody's minds out there? There's no very
What's going
people
on? We
quiet.
only got 20 more minutes. We need some comments, you know.
Yeah. Otherwise, I got to talk to Daddy, for God's sake.
Oh, God. That's why I waited the last 5 minutes to come up in the studio, backstage. Because I know if I was up early, you'll be yapping and yapping for another
What's
45
being
minutes.
wrong? And you know that because I don't want to. The thing is, Daddy says, "Oh, I didn't go up 10 minutes early, otherwise he'd be yapping. No, I don't want to yap before. I like everything to be spontaneous. What happens is when he comes on here early, 10 minutes, he tells me everything he's going to tell me. Are you going with Mikey to Asbury Park? Well, let's put it this way, James. If I was going, it wouldn't be here now. I'd be in Asbury Park. It's going on right now. No, I didn't go. All things must pass away.
That's right.
Na, 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 na. Yeah, what else am I going to sell? I got to sell some stuff, man. You know what I sold yesterday? I took all my picture discs, Beatles picture discs, bootlegs, not really released stuff, but a lot of bootleg picture discs of interviews and things, and I sold them. They're gone. They're not here no more. Great having money for things you're never going to use. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes time to move all that shit.
Yeah, there's always going to be a lot, no matter what, though, Danny. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did Lola bite Danny?
Why did she?
Yeah,
You
back
know,
when Lola bit Danny. Were you maybe were you going near Robin? Lola doesn't like when the Danny goes near Robin.
yeah.
No, not at
This is how funny Lola is. Okay. During the day, Lola's up my ass. I get up, she gets up, she follows me, she licks my face and stuff like that. She lays by my side. Come evening time, when Robin's in another room watching TV, and I go towards that room and she hears me, she'll start growling. Okay? If Robin's sitting on the couch here and I go over my hand and try to touch her leg, she'll come after me like that. And then
That dog, take it away.
no,
Get rid of the dog. Don't ever. Don't ever growl at your master or try to hurt your master. Go after your master. Never. Take that thing and bring it to some kind of a place where they house dogs, a kennel or something. Okay. Are you ever going to sell your Joan Jett stuff? Doubles and things? Sure. As a matter of fact, I don't know. Can I put you back on? I'm looking at you. I don't want to see you with the dog. All right. Here we go. Am I ever going to sell Joan Jett stuff, doubles, things like that? In fact, yesterday while going through my records, Daddy's going to love this, of course. I found I had this is beautiful German copy of Bad Reputation with a beautiful cover. Oh, great. Alternate cover. I had two of them. I didn't realize. At some point, I must have bought one, not realizing I had it. So I sold that one. How's that?
That's what happens. You buy doubles. Hello, Harold.
Hi, Harold. What's going on?
The
Frankenstein with eyebrows is now at Mikey Arugula's house. He bought it.
People remember that, huh? It's funny. Crazy dog. Lola's in love. Lola has seizures. She's on phenobarbital. She takes it twice a day, and believe it or not, she don't have any seizures anymore. You know, because of the medicine.
Well, that was cause for celebration, I guess.
But
I do not. Hi, Ron. I do not order things where I can get them in the store. So my goal is I really don't care too much about the Wings collection. When it comes to the vinyl, I can wait as long as I don't care if it takes months for me to bother getting it. I may get the CD collection today. Maybe I'll take a ride if they still got any left by the time I get there. Because Anthony, I'm looking to make a video. We haven't made a video, me and Anthony traveling anywhere together. I'm hoping when he comes today, we can do a breakfast video going to get breakfast. Although Anthony, you know, if you're a cheapskate, he probably doesn't want to. He probably rather bring over make a sandwich at home or something, or go out and get a sandwich. But anyway, I like to make a video of us eating, and then going to buy the Wings CD collection only. How's that?
Joe, why does it bother you how people spend their money? I don't get it.
People how I spend my money.
No, but this is how you spend your money. You buy shit, you never listen to it, and then you give it away for nothing.
Hey, Jill, I wouldn't mind you going back on this again because we got to remind, because even though we talked about this yesterday on the other channel, I got to have it here for posterity. Yeah, the bottom line, you just said it yourself. This is why you are. I didn't have to call you stupid. We're here an hour and 43 minutes. I did not call you stupid yet. I don't think I did. But the thing is, you just contradicted yourself. Why do you care how people spend their money? You said. Then you go on and you just said that it's wrong.
No, I don't care how you spend your money. I'm trying to help you so you don't waste your money.
Wasting is a matter of opinion.
Wait, when you waste your money.
You smoke cigarettes. You waste money on cancer sticks, coffin nails. You waste your money. You spend money on your dogs. That's a waste of money. Okay, that's my opinion. You can spend but the truth is, you can spend your money however you want. I got nothing to say about it. But the same goes for me. Anthony doesn't spend any money. He doesn't spend any money.
Joe, cigarettes are healthy, okay? They're a pleasure. You feel good when you smoke. You know, It's an enjoyment. You know what I mean?
All right,
But-
Danny. We almost got through a whole thing, but I have to give it to you.
I'm afraid that stupidity always brings out the worst in me.
Stupidity?
Yes, stupidity. I'm afraid that stupidity always brings out the worst in me.
Stupidity?
Yes, stupidity.
There's two of them for you.
Two, a double shot.
Uh,
So leave Anthony alone. You know, people out there, they're good friends, and yet he talks about him on the live stream. You know how cheap he is and stuff like that.
tell him to his face.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Tell him to his
Sure.
face. Anthony, man, you're a cheapskate, man.
He's ignorant.
Danny, I tell you to your face, you're a cheapskate.
No, I'm not cheap. I spent. You don't know how much money I spent this week. Robin will tell you how much money.
What'd you spend it on?
This week,
Another three. In fact, Shelby got to go this afternoon back to the vet.
What did you spend it on?
That's $92.
What did you? Are you spending it on the vet? That's a way. That's.
No, we went to Newburgh. Wait a minute. We went to Newburgh, bought 2 cartons of cigarettes. That's $120. Then I got gas.
You spent $120 on cigarettes.
2 cartons, and then another 30 on gas, another 20 at Aldi's, and Lola's.
The guy just admitted that he spent $120 on cigarettes. It has the balls, the hairy gonads, to tell me how I'm spending my money, wasting my money.
okay.
Yeah, you're one of these guys I know, Mick. You're another one of these guys that love not to spend any money, man. It's crazy. You're one of these guys that go, they get like ketchup packets at like a takeout place, and then they go home and they squeeze them into a jar.
No.
Use my ketchup.
No. Yeah, I believe that's the way you do because you were looking for ketchup one time in your glove compartment.
But again, that's another stupid asinine thing of yours. That's a stupid.
But
Because one time I was out and I didn't have access to ketchup, so I had to get it out of my glove compartment. You think that's the same thing?
I can't stand it.
one time, Joe couldn't buy a meal, so he was scrounging for. Wait a minute, he was scrounging for quarters in his car to buy a fucking meal.
That's true. He's laughing. That's true. One time,
Wait, you should have went to Don. Don, can you let me $20?
I would have. The bottom line is, for my entire life, he's laughing. I love when he laughs himself silly, as if he's made any point. There's no point made there. There's no point made there.
Oh, Joe at the record store. Can I borrow 20? Huh?
Oh.
There's nothing wrong there. My whole life,
No,
I've
I
always-
can't live like that.
Not because I don't want to hear. I don't want to reveal anything, but because he won't let me talk. I'm going to refuse. I'm going to sit here and defend myself. Okay, like I said, there's a big difference to you cheapskate. Okay, and I'm very proud of myself. I've lived my. I've gotten, if you can see, everything I want. You can see I eat enough. I have air conditioning here in the summer turned on, electricity. I have heat in the winter. Yeah, right. Look at this guy. Where'd you get that from? Where'd you get that from, Danny? The money that you haven't spent, the money you haven't bought your wife any pizza, the money where you don't buy any, you don't spend.
Joe,
You're supposed to spend the money on Oasis tickets. You promised you were going to see Oasis. Is that where you got the money? Because you don't spend any of it.
Look.
How long were those?
I'm in the money.
It's not about being in the money. It's about spending and enjoying.
No. I don't need anything at this stage of my life. No.
That's the same thing as you saying when somebody buys a record and doesn't listen to it. That's the same thing, having money and not using it.
Pay my bills with this money. It ain't gonna last.
And life isn't about paying bills. We have to pay bills. We have to pay them. But that's not what life is about. The fun of life and the joy of life isn't about, I'm going to pay my bills. Joy of life is using it to do fun things with it and have enjoyment with the money.
Wait a minute. What's the last fun thing that you did with your girlfriend?
The last what?
The last fun thing that you did with your girlfriend.
I guess the most recent is we probably enjoyed going out to breakfast or something.
No. That's not fun. That's not
Let me
fun.
decide what's fun. Who the hell are you to tell me what's fun in my life?
Wait. No cruises or trips any
No,
place.
I don't believe in cruises. Not because of the money. I don't believe in cruises. I'm not going to sit there and get sick on a freaking boat. I'm not going to get sick. By the way, how long will these $120 on cigarettes last?
It depends. Maybe 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks. You are a fool. You are a fool. You spend like $250 a month on cigarettes. You got nothing to say.
Wait a minute.
To me.
We both smoke. I'm not the only one who smokes here.
Both of you are ridiculous then. Sorry, Rob, it's true. And I can't understand when people are proud to call themselves cheapskates. Like, yeah, I'm a cheapskate. I save money on everyday things to have the money to spend. Well, that's a little different, though. That's a little different. If you want to save money on everyday things so that you can enjoy spending money on more elaborate things, that's fine, in my opinion, only. Smoking is relaxing, a stress relief. There's lots of other ways to relieve stress, safer ways.
Actually, smoking.
You never try like yoga or something?
No. Actually, smoking increases your blood pressure because they tell you when you go to the doctor, like 15 minutes before you go to the doctor's office, don't have any cigarettes because it increases your blood pressure.
By the way, all of a sudden getting a pain here. You didn't see when they had that expression, so and so's a pain in the neck. I never understood that, but now I understand it. That must mean that tension does reside in the neck.
You know, it's not so much.
Somebody's calling me. I gotta check that.
It's not so much tobacco that's the problem. The chemicals are in the paper. The paper that they call them tubes that the tobacco goes in. When you're smoking that's where you're getting the harmful chemicals from. You know, because the way they make the paper for cigarettes. You know, that's where the harm is. You know, if you're going to eliminate the paper, you know, that's why I told Rob, man, I'm gonna get a marijuana bowl and I'm gonna smoke cigarettes that way. Just put tobacco in a bowl and smoke it like that. I'm eliminating the paper because that's where it's like 100 chemicals in cigarettes, and they definitely are poison. You know, I just joke around. They are poison, but nicotine is the most addictive thing on earth. I swear to God, I quit smoking pot years ago, and I never had the urge. Once I quit, that was it. Never had the urge. Try to put down a cigarette, 8-9 days, and then I go back. Soon as something stressful comes, a situation, boom, the first thing you grab is a friggin' cigarette and light it up, and there you go. I
have my entire life, 63.5 years, I've never grabbed a cigarette.
Wait a minute, you never smoked, so you know you
right.
have to.
Exactly.
I happen to puff on a.
What kind of idiot smokes a cigarette? What kind of idiot has a first cigarette?
But
sorry, smokers, but that's how I feel.
I really enjoy the coughing. You know, it clears the lungs out and shit like that. It's good. You know, you clear the lungs. You
can afford more CDs and vinyl. 2.5 weeks. Isn't that 40 packs of cigarettes? Jill, you gotta come here every day. No.
JD, I guess you don't smoke because you get 10 packs in a carton. So that'd be 20 packs.
Oh, it's only 20 packs. What is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And you're 69, you still smoke?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to start smoking pot soon. It's legal. I'm going to try smoking pot.
Do you ever smoke in the house?
No, I don't smoke in the house.
You're the dogs. You're worried about the dogs, right?
No. I don't want the smell of my house. It gets into the drapes, upholstery, your couch. It makes the walls turn brown if you're heavy. I'm not a heavy smoker. I smoke maybe almost a half a pack a day, sometimes a little bit less. We smoke outside.
You're a heavy smoker. You're a very heavy smoker.
No. When you smoke more than a pack a day is a heavy smoker.
Listen, I'm nuts. It says here it's 3 anniversaries a year together. I didn't know that. Did you know that? Today's our anniversary date. I think we got to let's celebrate. Absolutely, man. I know I got my second. I got my secondhand smoke when I was a kid, But I lived in a house where everybody smoked, and they had the ashtray was dirty, and they would like rub the cigarette. I'm like, that's disgusting. And I had an uncle who coughed a lot. You know, I just kept coughing. He used to spit up the stuff. I'm like, why would anybody subject themselves to that if you have an ounce of brains? Why?
Well, I like that phlegm in the morning that comes up, you know, and I spit it. I spit it and it flies like a baseball.
$75 for a carton in Ohio. And you pay for it, don't you, Ramoga? What the? That's what I say. How many times I tell people I think they said the McCartney Wings thing that came out today, 3-record set, I think is $77 or something like that. I'm not buying it today. But if somebody's buying a carton of cigarettes for $75, I could damn well buy a record for $75. It's amazing.
I pay $60 a carton, but it's in a shop that not everybody can buy. You know. In other words, there's no taxes paid on the cigarettes.
I'm glad you like that Godzilla clip. It's a lot of fun. $6 a pack. Now, by the way, Diddy, it's almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah, you know, I just said, you know, it's in the store where you have them in the back, and they're not taxed. There's no tax stamp on them, so that's why you know, I don't know where they come from. They're illegal. But it's only $60 a carton, so I'm not complaining. Not everybody can go there. They got to know you.
Daddy, you have to go, or can you go a little longer?
Robin will give me the signal. All I got to do is put my shoes on, and I'm ready to rumble.
You're going to put your toupee on?
Oh, what?
You're going to put your toupee on, too?
No, I don't wear that shit. You got to go to a cardiologist today.
We were a cardiologist.
And then 2:30, Shelby got to go in. That's another $92. Last week it was $376, and 2 weeks before that was $941. So I spent about, I would say I spent about $1,700 on all 3 dogs.
Oh boy, you had a busy day.
Why are you telling me this? I'm not interested in your life story.
Yeah, that's why a lot of this money is for, you know, because you pay cash, you get a discount.
Money. I know I don't spend $1,700 on a dog. I'll tell you that.
Not wasting money for my animals. It is not.
It is to me, in my opinion.
No way.
But that proves what I've said. If it's not to you, that's all that matters.
No, you're just selfish. It's me. You're a sociopath. You know, somebody that's
sociopath.
You're a sociopath. You have no remorse because you eat veal. You have no remorse and stuff like that.
You don't know anything about me. I've got a good heart of gold. I even feel bad. I'm the kind of guy, like if there's like a garage sale, nobody shows up, and I drive by, I'm like, I feel bad for them. That's a heart. Okay, don't tell me I don't have a heart.
Yeah. You got no remorse.
I haven't done anything in my life that requires any remorse.
Now, if these dogs were your dogs, you probably have them all euthanized and stuff like that.
First of all, if I had a dog, I would do everything you're doing for it. That's why I don't have it. One of the reasons why I don't have a dog. I'm not going to throw money away on a dog. Okay?
Yeah, because you're selfish. You want to spend the money on yourself. That's sociopath.
What are you talking about?
Not to be confused with a psychopath. They're 2 different things.
Right. So when I give Don money, I give him a handout. That's me spending money on myself. So when I take care and buy things for my girlfriend, that's me spending money for myself. What are you talking about?
But overall, like I tell you, Joe, put some money aside for your girlfriend in case something happens to you.
I have money aside for my girlfriend.
No. That's not what you said a few streams ago.
No. She's the beneficiary. I've always maintained that. If anything happens to me, she gets the money that's in there.
Listen, I'm not going to live my life like that. I'm going to
absolutely not. I'm proud of it. I'm not away. You got to take care of yourself first, otherwise you can't be anything to anybody else. You got to look out for yourself first.
I like to take care of others first. You know, my dogs.
And take care of me. Stop aggravating me so much.
Hey, Robin sent you $5.
My wife a pizza when she asks you instead of saying no.
No. She makes better pizza at home. That's the whole point.
No, it's not as much fun. Let me tell you that. Exactly. He's out of order. You know, you're right on today, Marty. A lot of things.
Yeah, Marty, there's a lot of incidents where you have no order.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm
I
telling
buy
you.
people things. You're crazy. I don't know, Danny. What am I going to do with you?
Christmas is coming. I'm gonna buy a lot of presents for everybody. I got 9 grandchildren. 9 of them.
I feel bad for them because they have a shit world ahead of them.
No,
I guess I'm a psychopath too, as I don't have pets.
No, I didn't say he was a psychopath because he doesn't have any animals. I was saying because in the past he was always talking about, I'm going to spend my money. I'm going to do what I want with my money. I'm not going to leave my money behind to nobody. You know,
That's exactly right.
No.
Exactly. Who we mean leave my money? What am I supposed to do? I'm not supposed to go out today and buy something I want to buy because maybe I should save that whatever it is, $25. Save it up, add it up, make like a whole big thing for my girlfriend. Look, if I go, she can sell all this stuff and make some money. Okay, so she gets all this stuff and she can sell all this stuff. And I also have a 401k that's hers. So what are you talking about, Danny? Stop wasting my time, you numbnuts. You're a numbnuts.
Don't worry. Wait a minute. Did you unfreeze your 401k?
No.
Oh,
and somebody just said, I forget who it was, that said it was really good lately. Yeah.
I've been telling this guy to unfreeze his 401k.
As soon as they unfreeze it, it's going to go down. So you better
no, that's the market. But I never seen the Dow Industrial so high. It's over 47.
I don't know what my options are in the thing that I have. I don't know. I told you we had something called the G Fund. We don't know. I don't know what the stocks are. Something called the G Fund, which is safe, no risk. Then we had a C Fund, which is like sort of a risk, and then an F Fund, which was really risky. And I used to have 50% in safe and 50% in the slightly risky one. That's what I always did. But then it came a time when I said, no, I'm putting it all in the safe.
You got to diversify. That's what you got to do with that. It's like a pie.
It's a pie. I just said.
You make percentage of this, that, stocks, bonds, annuities, or whatever, and you make money.
I'm not just going to do it blind. I got to know what I'm doing. I got to know which is the best, which is not a good investment. I don't know.
You go to a broker.
Yeah, look, come on.
Very easy.
I don't have that much in there to begin with. So what do you want?
Doesn't matter. You could be making something better than nothing, right?
Yeah, I'll give you nothing.
It's like your records. I got rid of my records, but at least I got something, instead of laying here. It's the same.
So when are you going to sell some of your records?
I'm not selling my records.
What are you talking about?
I'm not going to.
Now, what are you talking about?
Because it's very hard to sell them because I don't want to go on eBay because you'll get customers that say, I didn't get it, or it's not mint condition. I want my money back. And you have to go through a lot of shit. I can't be bothered with that crap. And then you make more than $600.
You don't have to sell, taxes. Yeah, you don't have to sell on eBay, So what are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what other platforms there is, and I don't want to sell my records.
Enjoy life now. You won't get a second lifetime to spend money and enjoy yourself.
I enjoy myself every day.
No, you call laying on the couch and having your dogs lick your face, enjoying yourself. Well,
this is a very busy week. I've been out yesterday almost all day with Robin. Actually getting tired of it.
Yeah. He says, I don't mind. Shut up. I don't mind that Danny saves. Do that. Oh, geez. There's a thing here, and he's not even listening. He's gone. Anyway, I don't mind that Danny saves. Do that. But allow others to do their thing. Stop preaching. It helps no one. Either your attitude has changed or you're not being sincere because you're always the one telling people, what about not buying a bin, $200 bin? When I retired, I put most of my 401 in bonds, which was the safe fund with UPS. Did you hear this? Did you see this? Or am I going to read it again?
I'm not preaching. I'm just trying to help him. You know, he talks to me behind, on the phone. He says,
I don't need you to help me. Okay, I know
All
what
right.
I got to do. I don't need you. You think I don't know that I got to save money on the side?
The captain is going to leave this ship, and you're going to sink if you don't listen to me.
It's never going to happen. Believe me, you're going to have more problems than I have, and you have more problems now than I have. Believe me.
You know, Joe's way of enjoying himself is buying records and movies. You know, I got enough of that shit. I don't need that shit.
No, that's not the only way I enjoy myself, Danny. In 2022, safe bond funds lost 25%. Have never come back much since. There you go. There you go. There you go. And luckily for me, I had my chosen then.
The market is doing very well.
Gee, I wonder why.
Anyway, I got to get going.
All right, that's it, folks. So thank you all for being here today. Now, remember, we do this every Friday morning and Wednesday morning. I don't know if it's going to be Wednesday morning, afternoon, or evening. Just check this site. You'll find out what the time's going to be when I do. Let's talk about what we eat. Let's talk about lifestyle, that kind of thing, weight loss, blah, 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 whatever. And from one smoker to another. Ramoga says, from one cancer stick smoker to another. Let Danny help you. He has the best interest at heart. Thank you very much on that note.